All right, Tone. We're moving to our final topic of the night, and it's a movie we talked about last week. Slotherhouse. Not Slaughterhouse, Slotherhouse.
Yeah, my phone constantly autocorrects that for me.
Directed by Matthew Goodhue. And, Cuddles pointed out this trailer, and so did Jay Hill. And we're like, all right, man, let's watch it. Let's see what it's all about. Now, it reviewed pretty decent. It was like 70% of Rotten Tomatoes, which is a lot better than I thought a movie about a killer sloth would do. And I was like, okay, it's doing pretty good. But my concern going in, Tone, is the same concern I'm pretty sure you had for a horror movie, was that PG-13 rating. What can you really get away with at PG-13? And for the most part, Tone, I thought this was a decent flick, but the lack of gore, which I would have liked to have seen from a sloth killing people, I would have loved to have seen more graphic stuff. There was one character in particular that was annoying the entire time of the fucking movie. Again, I will tell you right now, it's not the performance from the actor involved. It's the material, the writing.
The one with the katana?
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Kenny. Honestly, look.
I know you're trying to hit a caricature archetype.
Yep.
But it was
the writing was horrific for this character.
It was a little awful.
It was cringy, and I was just like, you couldn't give her anything more.
Or something else.
Anything. So they're in it for this most of the movie, and it was just really, really hard to watch in those scenes. But there was enough tongue-in-cheek humor and enough, like, late night with a bunch of buddies watching beers. I mean, you see a sloth go on social media, post Twitter posts. There's shit in there you're just like, okay, that's absurd. But I know it's called Slotherhouse. It makes sense.
There's not a lot I got to say about this. I'll put it to you like that. It was a decent flick. I actually feel like the funniest and the funnest stuff were literally the sloth.
The sloth, yes.
The other stuff that was going on around it, I
like the whole influencer thing, going to ridiculous lengths to be popular. I get the messaging there.
Yeah, but even then, it was like...
It was overkill. It was over the top.
Yeah, a lot of it was like... I like tongue-in-cheek and the comedic, like, what it was trying to do, but sometimes it was way too on the nose.
I really enjoyed how they had each character they introduced was a text, and you saw, who they were. That shit was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Some of it was fucking fun.
That was really cool. But, the fun stuff with the sloth itself was really the best parts. The rest of the movie was just kind of looking at because the acting was not great. There was some in there that were really trying, and I can respect that, but it fell short of great dialogue and material. Had this have had better dialogue and better character,
yeah, dude, psychotic. Sorry, it's a sloth.
Yeah, the sloth as an animal.
Sloth the animal. It's a killer sloth. If you get a chance, go back, and it'll be on YouTube here shortly. I'm sorry, I haven't posted it yet, but last week's episode, we ran the trailer for this. It is a killer sloth.
Yeah, so
sloth.
It's quizzical.
Accurate.
Just overall of what they went with, and again, there were parts of it that I was like, oh, this is fun, this is funny. The bits with the sloth are great, but everything else was just so bad. And I'm not saying I had high expectations,
right?
But sometimes these things will surprise you with a little bit of the good tongue in cheek. It really wasn't. I found myself kind of just get to the next sloth bit. So.
How's that work if a sloth even moves? Dude, that's the thing. The sloth is basically Jason. He's basically Jason. It moves slow, but at the same time, you're just like, okay, how the fuck did the sloth do this?
The bit where it flashes and that was that was probably my favorite bit.
Yes, this was the Elmo looking. I mean, and it's good. The thing is, I will give this thing
practical effect.
Look, dude, when we watch movies like the Killer Chair movie and the Santa Shark.
What was the Everybody Loves Benny?
Benny. Oh yeah,
oh,
Benny.
God.
Look, those movies.
Benny,
they were. This is in the same vein as that, but I will give this movie credit for the production value is actually pretty good. Yeah. For a movie that's using a puppet sloth, practical effects, it's pretty good. The camera quality, everything like that, the performances for the most part were serviceable for this type of film. But compared to those other films, I feel like this is a step up in terms of its presentation. They took quality over whatever. and I appreciate that. But yeah, it's one of those movies where it's just like, hey, I'm still moved, so I'm not a couch potato. I mean, look, man, it's got some redeeming qualities. There are some funny scenes. The things that the sloth does, you're just like, oh my god, that's absurd. But that's the point.
Yeah. I feel like this is a movie I think you should watch. I'm not saying don't watch it. It's worth a watch. I'm never probably going to care to watch it again or even try to watch it
Actually,
again.
it'll be on either Peacock or Paramount next month.
Yeah, so just hold on.
I wouldn't pay $15 for it.
It was $1.49 for me to rent on a Prime.
There you go. Yeah, you can rent it or you can buy it, but
So-
it'll be on either Paramount or Peacock next month, I think.
Yeah, so
it's on one of the streaming platforms.
Just hold on. But at the end of the day, like I was saying, like it's not something that I can like. I would go back and watch Benny, because I really enjoyed that movie.
Benny was hilarious.
But this I'm good on.
I'll always give these types of movies a watch because they're so clever. Like a fucking sloth, like from Zootopia. You
The
think
fact
of the
it's a
sloth.
puppet was great. I really enjoyed. I
Dude, it was
appreciated
quality stuff. Like it was like a good quality, low budget, goofy ass film. And I know Psychotic asked about whether there's a political agenda. I didn't get any of that at all.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid, goofy ass movie that you want to watch with your friends at night, have a couple drinks, and just laugh at the absurdity of it. But there, like I said, there's one character, Zenny, and again, it's probably no fault to the actor themselves. It's more or less the material that she's given, and you're just like, she's really fucking annoying. And it's like, oh, come on, give her something more than what she says.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in the movie quite a bit, and you're just like, she was failed by the writing, not so much by the performance. There's only so much that she could do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let us know what your thoughts are on Slotherhouse. It's available now on digital. It'll be on, God, I want to say it was either Peacock, Hulu, or Paramount. One of those three next month, towards the end of October for Halloween. Slotherhouse will be available on a streaming service. We'll let you know in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, make sure you're clicking on the link that pops up below, and we will definitely get you